Republican side of things, which I don't care about those differences anymore. Fuck the government. Just, I don't know how to explain it. She's more on the, like, straightforward Bible Belt fucking, like, oh, you need to just get a job, live your life, raise your kid. You know what I mean? But those are the ones that seem to be really offended about getting guns taken away. And I have a lot of millennial friends. I have a lot of Gen Z friends. And it's mostly hippie stuff. Okay, stay strapped. Get strapped.
Oh, yeah.
This is the time.
The cops have guns, then why the fuck shouldn't we?
I mean, right before this coronavirus stuff, well, maybe not right before, but I remember last year sometime in China, there was, I don't remember what it was going on, but the cops were doing pretty much martial law, and these college students were making fucking bow and arrows to fucking shoot at them with revolution.
Yeah, I think you're talking about Hong Kong, right?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, China's a whole different story. Hong Kong isn't even a part of China. You know, it's like the equivalent of Washington D.C., I suppose, where it's not a state, but it is a territory. It's kind of similar. Yeah, fucking. That's just crazy. I can't really speak on Chinese politics, but I agree that if the police are armed, then why shouldn't we be armed? That's that's why it's a fucking amendment.
And see, in my personal opinion, it's not about politics. It's morals. Like I was saying, animals are born with it. We are born with it, but we're brainwashed into believing what said state area you live in believes. Like here, I was fucking just the Bible and Christianity was fucking punched into my head my entire life. You know what I mean? But
yeah, no, exactly.
And Jesus would have been an awesome dude.
Probably. I'm sure.
Jesus was an awesome dude, though. He goes into this fucking church. I mean, I don't know scripture or whatever, but he goes into this church, sees people selling shit in a church, and starts flipping tables, starts fucking their shit up, man. Revolution.
Yeah, no, exactly. A lot of these people want to be so holier than thou, and they want to throw around morals that they misquote and misunderstand in order to just oppress other people. When the true goal should be, as long as you're happy. If you're happy and it's not at the cost of other people, then I think you're doing it right, regardless of what you believe.
Yeah. And oh god, here we go. We're supposed to be talking about the band, but here we go. What, all of history, man. Like, why do people have to be violent? Why do you have to steal shit from people? Why can't you just share and build with your neighbor?
Yeah, I think. I mean, like you said, instinct. I think violence is necessary sometimes. I played in an emo violence band. I think violence has a lot of forms. And I think political violence is far worse than physical violence. And a lot of the times, physical violence is the result of political violence. So, peace is great and ideal, but however, I think peace could only be achieved through violence. There's a dude who was assassinated by his government, who said roses are not armor. And you cannot dance around, you cannot fight violence with, flowers and, romantic gestures. Violence is the only response to violence.
Back in the day when I was young, I live out here in Texas. I don't know how it is there. I assume do y'all have rednecks or white trash over there?
Of course. Yeah, I mean, Philadelphia is kind of outside of that. We have some white trash in South Philly. I fucking hate South Philly, and most of Pennsylvania, I would say, is a lot of some Proud Boys out here, unfortunately.
Back in the day, I would go visit my aunt and uncle. They live out in East Texas. It's like this really green wooded area. They had all this land, and they're super Republican, and I always thought they were crazy. He had all this land, and throughout this land, bunkers with weapons and ammo, and I'm just like, why? And it just because you don't know what's going to happen. It could be zombies, it could be whatever. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I always thought he was fucking crazy, man. You're a paranoid old motherfucker. But now I regret not
buying one of those bunkers.
Yeah, exactly. Not I would use it because I don't go out my door and I like see somebody like, oh, you have something better than me. I'm gonna shoot you. Take it, and it's mine. No, I want it to protect me and mine.
Exactly. I mean,
I want to protect my neighbor, if anything.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, and if everybody had that mindset, the world would be a better place, right?
Yeah, and I don't understand what it is like. Is it smoking weed or like? I think honestly, doing acid is what really tipped me over the edge.
You to kind of push you towards a more leftist mindset.
No, I don't even want to say leftist because I believe
a little, maybe center, maybe less right.
I believe in morals.
Okay,
like
so acid awoke in your morals.
If you go outside and you see a dude sleeping on the street, trying whatever he can do to feed his children, I'll take my shoes off and give it to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, if I have more, then I don't know. It's a really fucked up thing.
Yeah. We live in a fucked up world. Honestly, I mean, the fact that, we're the wealthiest country in the fucking world, the wealthiest civilization, currently. I mean, times are changing, but but we have an incredibly high rate of poverty. They're a very third world, for lack of a better term, parts of America, and for a nation that claims to be so civilized, it's insane. Some parts of Arkansas and shit.
Talking about like bigger cities would put like, I don't know how to explain it, barbed concrete, so homeless people couldn't sleep there.
Yeah, no, that's a thing. It's essentially like, there's a flat wooden or concrete surface, and they're just gonna put spikes on the bench so the people can't sleep. It's fucked up, and that shit happens. And a lot of times you see people trying to remove it, and it's really fucked up that a government's proposed solution to homelessness is let's put them under the overpass, keep them under the highway, instead of actually solving the issue. And while many apartments sit vacant.
Yeah, exactly. Just because they can't pay the I don't know how it is there, but $700 a month for maybe all of the bills paid.
It's
maybe
fucking expensive out here. Occasionally, I live in a house with 5 people, so we kind of live pretty cheap. But other people don't have it so easy. Other people who are homeless, maybe have had mental health issues. Exactly. They don't have the community that we have. They weren't able to be on Facebook.com and get a band together and live in a house. It's fucked up. Or
even go to Indeed or Monster or whatever. Like, I get emails all the fucking time about these places hiring, whether it be McDonald's.
Exactly.
Anything. They don't get the chance because they don't have a house. They can't go shower. They can't go shave. They can't fucking get their shit together because they're not getting a chance to do so.
Exactly. You could say, oh, they could go to the library and use the internet. Well, how do you get a library card? You have to give them your address, don't you?
Yeah.
It's fucked up. This country is it ain't the best.
The whole left and right thing is, in my opinion, voting for another rich, also in my opinion, another rich white motherfucker.
Yeah.
Go into the government and tell us what to do with other old white motherfuckers who aren't they don't know what's going on in the heads of people or what's actually going on. They say they care about the economy, but if I might be wrong, but the economy is, say, I go to you, buy some fucking weed, give you $20, and that gets put back in circulation. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
These motherfuckers are so rich, have trillions of dollars in overseas accounts That shit does not go back into circulation. That does not help the economy. Literally, they could take a fraction of what they have and fix.
Yeah, I mean, exactly.
It's in our country, and then still be able to go and take a golf vacation and fucking eat it, like
exactly. I mean, it should the stimulus checks that we got kind of proves it. Where it's like when poor people get $1,200 that they weren't expecting to get, we put it back into the economy and we spend. When you give rich people billions of dollars of tax breaks, they hoard their wealth. Because frankly, you give me $1 billion, I don't know what the fuck to buy. If I won the fucking lotto tomorrow, I'd probably live in the same ass house until whenever.
That's what I'm saying. I would be secretive about it. I wouldn't tell nobody.
Then you need the bunker.
I'd buy a shitload of guns. I'd take care of me and mine, and then the rest of it, like I might buy a few fancy hot rods or whatever. But other than that, I would help.
Yeah, make the world a better place than when you were born.
Yeah. But then you talk about that note, like back in the day, fucking cavemen, they're sitting there like, oh, hey, you've got a hot wife. I'm going to bash your head in with this club and then take your wife. Like,
yeah, I mean, those are all hypotheticals and don't have any first-hand accounts of that really happening. Well, I'm sure it did. I mean, this is being primal and not advanced, I suppose.
That's how our society is. It's just primal.
Yeah. I mean, greed is definitely I suppose, a primal thing. Though, yeah, I mean, some dogs are greedy with their toys and whatnot. It's all just I don't know. There are responses to it, and I think I don't know. The system just takes advantage of people.
So I haven't had the chance to look at y'all's lyrics or like hear all of y'all's lyrics, but it says emo violence. So like, do y'all talk about shit like that, or y'all talk about I don't know, emo stuff? Stereotypical emo.
No, it's
killing yourself.
Yeah, we got a bit of that. I kind of stay away from talking about politics and music. I just think it's not my place. As I'm half Israeli for what it's worth, but in this country, those are not issues that I feel the need to speak on. There are people who have more of who have things they need to talk about. I'm not here to talk over anybody. I'm just here to give you my my stupid fucking experience. Like I kind of tend to talk about. I like love songs. I like the emo shit. I like to. Regarding politics, I'd rather act as opposed to write a song about it. I think it's really fucking preachy when some bands get on stage and they say, "Oh, like just some please clap for me because I have the same opinion as you," kind of thing.
Your voice is not going to be heard. I hate to say it. But
yeah, exactly, and it needs to. There are other voices that need to be heard. I'm not here for that. While if I see a fucking Confederate flag, if I see a Nazi flag, I'll handle it how I fucking handle it. I don't have to write a song about it. There are many other voices that need to be heard.
And living in the South, I've seen a lot of stuff about the Confederate flag. Which one of the things that I've seen recently is that back in the day, the Confederates were the... okay, let me think. Technically, we'd be Democrats, and they'd be Republicans. Back in the day, the Republicans... Wait, no. Democrats were the South. I don't fact-check myself.
It's just names, you know what I mean? Like, I think it, what does it really represent? I think that's a big flaw in the party system anyway. Like, I don't give a fuck that you're a Democrat. You still want to put kids in cages. I don't care that you're a Republican. Exactly. You still want to do this horrible thing. You should go based on...
What it boils down to is fucking morals.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, that's what, that's what law is supposed to be about. But, it's all about money. We live in a capitalist system, like, unfortunately.
You see the pictures of the riots, quote unquote, started out as protests. I assume. Sorry. I assume they started out as protests, peaceful protests, mind you. Then These people come in